Our last role model is a very popular young Omani in the IT sector. His own role model, as he said, is the billionaire and founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates. 2 years ago, he even had the chance to meet him in Seattle. This year, he was awarded for the second time by Microsoft as the most valuable person in Oman. You may have seen pictures in the newspaper, even today. He has his own radio show called Cyber Talk, and he has also created a TV program called Rakamiyat, which means digital. This year, he has set up an IT internet portal called Knowledge Oman, which is very successful among young people. His success story started at the young age of 5, when his father, Hilal, bought him a PC and then discovered his talent. He has studied in Canada and in Australia. Today, he is also doing his PhD and working as an online manager for Nauras. So guess, who do you think I'm talking about? Well, Tariq Al-Barwani. I would like to ask you to come to the podium and talk about success.
Assalamu alaikum, and good evening, everyone. Firstly, thank you very much, Manuela. You pretty much have explained much about myself. I would also like to thank the management of GUtech for inviting me today. And I would like to thank you all for attending the session, the foundation session today. Okay, Salima has done a very wonderful presentation talking about the geologist and looking into the specific field of geology. Krista has given a very wonderful presentation on tips as far as work is concerned. Mr. Wael has given a very good presentation as well as far as life experience and university experience as well. What I've decided to do then is to talk about one factor that the three of us and many of you in the future, inshallah, would have. And that factor is success. What the factor is? Success. It is very important that I first define the term success. What do I mean by success? Success is achieving what you would like to do. Success is getting what you would like to have. I would like to own a car, and I work towards getting a car. Once I get the car, I'm successful. I would like to become a programmer. I go to a university, I take lessons, I study, whatever it is, I end up becoming a programmer, I am successful. I would like to become a doctor, I would like to become a geologist, I would like to become whatever discipline it is. As far as myself is concerned, it's IT. So I have become an IT profession. That's what I call success is. So success is what I would like to talk about as far as this session today goes on. I started using computers at the age of 5 years old. I started using computers at the age of 5 years old. What am I trying to say right now? I had interest in computers. The most important element of any major that you would like to do, the first and the most important thing is interest. Do you have interest? When I say interest, I mean, do you like the subject? Believe me, if you do not like working on whatever major you're taking, or you do not like studying the specific major, do not do it. Believe me, do not do it. And I'm going to give you an example of a number of people who have, for instance, been in the same university that I study and have taken, for instance, computing just because friends, relatives, parents, and so on said, take computing. You know what happened at the second year? They dropped the course and they start looking for different course. Now, what was the problem? Interest, because they did not have an interest. So that's factor number one. Factor number two as far as success is concerned again, is that once you have an interest, you need to plan how you're going to get whatever it is, whatever interest you had in mind. Again, going to my example, computing was my interest. I started capturing books, reading about computings, looking at the different majors that are available in computings and information technology. That's what I started doing. Reading about, I would like to end up becoming a programmer, for instance, a software developer, whatever it is, I started reading about them. Why? Because I had an interest. So first step, interest. Second step is to plan how you are going to reach there. The third part is work hard. And that's one of the most important things. Work hard to achieve your interest. Never despair under any circumstances. I'll give an example of myself actually. When I was back in Canada, I taken up the major, computer science. And one of the subjects that I've taken was called discrete mathematics. It was very difficult. Very, very difficult. Now, I know it was very important that I learned about discrete mathematics in order for me to achieve the ultimate goal. What was my ultimate goal? Get the degree. Right? And that's what majority of you will be doing, and that's what you may be facing as well. Some of the subject that you will be taking may not directly relate to what your interest is. And it may be a problem. You say, so what should I do now? So this is what I did. I went to the class, I started asking questions, and then I saw that I could not understand it all. My classmates were even laughing at me. I looked, sorry to use the word, but really dumb in class as well. What I did, I went back at home, picked up the phone, speak up to my parents, and I said, Dad, he said, yes, Tariq. I said, I really don't know what to say, but one of the subjects that I'm taking is really difficult, and I don't know what to do. It's really, I can't understand it at all. He said, Tariq, try it. And the most important thing, yes, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most important thing, actually, my role model, one of the notes, Manuela has given a very good point, all the role model, but my role model is not Bill Gates, actually. It's my father, Tariq Al-Barwani. He is my role model. And now my dad said, Tariq. So that's when I have a problem. I go back to my dad. I started talking with my dad. I can't do it. And he said, Tariq, give it a try. Go take a rest. Go for a walk. Come back again and think. And if you can't do it, just leave it. That's what I did. When I was thinking, I said, for every problem, there is a solution. So there's definitely a way to solve this. So what I did, sit with the professors, try to answer a number of exercises, and believe it or not, at the end of the semester, I was among the top 5% of the university. The complete university, because I cracked the code. Anyway, so element number one is interest. Element number two is plan how you're going to reach to that interest, be it taking whatever subject it is, and looking at what are the ultimate goal, whatever job you would like to end up working as. Third, working hard. And the fourth element, and which is also a very important element, is manage your time. You have to manage your time, time to go out, time to have fun, time to study as well. Believe me, although I had been working hard, but I had been having fun, I've been going outing until today. What Manuela has said was, Tariq works for Nauras as the online manager. I am the president of KnowledgeOman.com. I am a presenter of a program called Cyber Talk. I am also an advisor to a program called Raqamiyat. I work with the Ministry of Information. I also work as a teacher and instructor to whatever institute that they would like me to teach. I'm also a consultant to some companies. The question is, how am I doing all these kind of things? That's the last element, time management, how you manage yourselves. The bottom line and the last advice that I would like to say is very simple. Whatever subject you are selecting, make sure you have an interest. Number one. Secondly, think about after 4 years, 3 years, whatever number of years you are going to be in the university. I'm talking at this instance right now. Think about what will you be doing? what you will be reading about, who are the number of professors you will be sitting with. Work hard. Make sure that you work hard. Never despair at all and say that I will start studying at the last days or so on. No, start today. And finally, manage your time. That's the only thing I have to say for today. I wish you all the best, everyone.